Hello and welcome to ATG 4950. During product design and development, the marketing team will be analyzing the market and studying the dynamics for customer needs. In your case, you can assign one of the team members to do that, and that will be your market analyst that will look at the market and research, then analyze it and give you the results. So whether it's a team or it's a department, it depends on the way that it's being addressed in the company, the organization, or in the group level. In this session, we will learn how to analyze the market, evaluate the need based on different involved dimensions. So what is market analysis? Market analysis, as defined by Tim Berry in his publication, Conducting a Market Analysis for Your Business Plan, which was published back in 2005, is the study of the need and dynamics of a special market within the industry. Whether you have an existing product or developing a new product, it's always recommended to do market analysis. Of course, the market that you need to look at is the potential market, not the actual served, because the served already, they're being served, they have it, they know it. Maybe you need to target more customers or potential customers that might extend the market for the product. The market for landscaping include all homes and commercial properties within logical distance, and this is how we actually do it. So if you do landscaping, you need to include maybe certain zip codes or certain areas that is within a logical distance. No one does landscaping in another city that is like 50 miles or 100 miles away from his location or his business. Of course, you have to measure how much gas or commute or labor would you do when you do that. So it's not absolutely not right to do that. While if you look at the market for downloadable ebooks or songs or anything that you can download, it's actually just everyone connected to the web. So it doesn't have to be within a certain range of geographic limitation. It can be anywhere in the globe. If you own a company in the United States that can download, or you allow people to download records or ebooks, then anyone in the world can just go to your website, pay the amount required, and download the ebook or the song or whatever you offer on that website. To do market analysis, I need to get some information. Where do I get the information from? Sometimes you need to collect the proper information for the population, the targeted population, and sometimes you need to see if there are any other potential customers that you can look at their information and collect their needs. This information or the information could be local or from local authorities, governmental entities, or it could be commercial, based on commercial statistics that's been collected by third parties or other companies. Also, internet searches will assist in tracking down lots of information that's needed in a certain area or certain geographic or demographic area that is the center of target. You might need also to buy some databases. Lots of third parties or companies now are offering databases that you can buy, and might be even associated with some statistics that will give you some information about the population that you're looking for and what they like, what they don't like, what are they interested in, what kind of books they read, some kind of information that will assist actually in your business or your product or your market analysis. To analyze the market in an efficient way, it's better to divide the market into useful segments. And when we say useful segments, it depends on uh, your product or your company or your service that you are providing for that market. For example, some businesses divide their market into home office, small business, education, and government, such as Dell or other computer companies. They have this kind of segmentation that they do on the website, where you can identify yourself as one of these entities and then go from there with your purchase. Other businesses divide by age or by gender. Of course, if you are selling women products, then actually you are targeting women, not men. And if you are selling something that's related to elderly people, then you will target elderly people, not young or teenagers. So again, it is based on the product that you are selling, on the service that you provide through your business or your organization. Segmentation helps you target specific population and identify their needs. Of course, knowing your market segment will help in taking the proper decisions, or talking the language of the people, talking the language of the need, and providing the products and services that will work best for that segment. Based on the article published by NetMBA in 2010 by David Aaker, he outlined the dimension of market analysis as follows. First of all, we need to look at the market size, whether it's current or future. We need to look at the market growth rate. We need to look at market profitability. We need to look at industry cost structure, distribution channels, market trends, key success factors. Those are the dimensions that's important to look at when analyzing the market. For the size of the market, it has to be identified based on present sales or potential sales. Also, it can be identified using historical data or historical information gathered by the government or private entity, or maybe the association for that trade area. They have also financial data and customer survey that can be used in this situation. But by doing that analysis, you can identify the size of the market that are interested in your product or your service. Market growth rate is extrapolating historical data to forecast the future. So actually you are looking at the data that you collected, the information that you collected, and you are estimating or forecasting what will happen to your product in the future. The market growth does not predict important turning points. The growth actually drivers such as demographic information is a better indicator for this case, or in this case. The market growth rate can be predicted by constructing a product life cycle curve, and the curve will indicate the different stages, including the maturity and the decline stages. And we talked about product life cycle, where it shows the different stages excuse me, the different stages for product life cycle. For market profitability, we need to look at the average profit potential for a market that can be used as a guidelines for knowing how difficult it is to make money in the market. The study or this study has been the interest of lots of researchers. One of them was Michael Porter, where he devised a useful framework for evaluating the attractiveness of an industry or market. And his framework, which is known as Porter's 5 forces, he's looking at the buyer power, and of course, the buyer has the power to control the market, where the more buyers you have in the market, the more demand on that product. The supplier power, you need a reliable supplier to provide you with the items or the parts for your product. And barriers to entry, it's not easy just to bring your product and get in the market and start selling it. You will find competitors that has similar or previous market for the same product or similar products. Also, the threat of substitute products. Maybe you are using a product that can be substituted later by something digitized or more technology oriented. So actually that's a threat, and it's not easy to compete in the market while you have such a threat. And rivalry among firms in the industry, that's another threat that might affect, or a factor that might affect market profitability. In addition, we need to look at the cost of the product development or product design, the cost of that product to be in the market or to reach the end user. So actually, industry cost structure determines the value added activities to isolate the cost. And again, based on that, lots of researchers been doing research in this area and trying to see what kind of models can be implemented. And one of the famous models is Porter's value chain model, which is shown in this model. And as we can see here, what Porter's said in this model, that we have actually primary activities and we have supporting activities. The primary activities is the activities that is directly involved in the production or the operations of producing a product, while supporting activities is the activity that supports the production or the primary activities. For example, the human resource management, that is considered as supporting activity, or it includes supporting activities that will support the actual operations or the actual development of products. The cost structure can assist in formulating strategies to develop a competitive advantage. Once you understand your cost, you understand the involved resources and the involved material. At that point, you can compete with the market and eliminate the non-added value activities and emphasize on the added value activities. If you would like to include quality at that point, then that will be the differentiation of your product from other products. Either you differentiate by quality, by durability, the different functions, different aspects, different specifications that might make you special or unique from other products. It's also useful to understand existing distribution channels when doing market analysis, because it's important to know how to uh, uh, reach to the customer. How can these channels reach to the customer, how fast and how direct they are. If those channels are not directly related to the customer or um, reaching to customers, then you need to explore new distribution channels that can offer the opportunity to develop competitive advantage and compete with other companies in the market. Now remember, the one who reaches to the customer first, the one who wins. So you need to be first to reach, and with the special specifications and the quality of your product, you win the heart of the customer. Exploring new trends and emerging distribution channels, that will be part of the exploring or the research that you might do to find new distribution channels. For example, if you have an actual retail store and you found that the retail store is not making money, or is not reaching to all customers that you need, then at that point you create a website and you use the website to reach to as many customers as you need all over the world. And in this situation, you extended your market, made it as a global market. You offer a new channel, which is through the website, and you can mail it to the different parties or end users or customers that they are looking for your product. Another thing that we need to understand when analyzing the market is market trends. We need to understand the changes in the market and identify opportunities and new threats. If someone is coming with a new product or with a new technology, we need to understand the influence of the changes on different market segments. Do I need to include the different segments, or do I need to change the segmentation that I did before? We need to understand some of the product features or functions that might reflect. This one should be might reflect on the demand. Key success factors are the elements necessary to achieve the marketing objectives, such as access to essential unique resources, the ability to achieve economies of scale, access to distribution channels, and technological progress. That will be all for this chapter. If you have any questions, please email it through Florida Online. Thank you and have a great day.